Hello! It's been a long time. Okay. If you're seeing this message, there could be something here for you. We got the Fool right here, okay? And I just saw the Wheel of Fortune, so somebody could be taking a leap into a new chapter, okay? Oi! Let's see. A little out of sorts. We have some type of offers that could be being presented in a way, and somebody's trying to figure out, navigate their way through and see what it is that they're really desiring of, but there is some type of action or communication that is going to be coming in, okay? Or that is going to be, there's going to be, movement or action being taken, okay? Somebody has a certain difficult choice that they're needing to make. And there's certain recognitions of scarcity or lack that somebody could have been going through. But at this point, they are ready to express themselves in a more emotionally expressive and nurturing way. After a period of having restricted themselves, they are ready to move forward and close out old cycles. Okay, there's been a lot of work that's been done, a lot of progress in maturing, grounding, stabilizing, and somebody's gotten to a greater sense of contentment with themselves and what it is that they're working on, regardless of whatever the conflict or challenges that they're facing. And with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles, somebody's creating a much more stable environment for themselves, moving into the next chapter. Okay, we got the Three of Wands and the Hangman, so somebody could have been in a position of waiting, okay, for some period of time. But they are now kind of getting ready to express themselves and move forward in a more carefree way, taking certain leaps of faith, regardless of what painful aspects they could be facing. Okay, so it's like somebody's ready to, it's like there could be some type of recognition of a shift that's needing to occur, regardless of the difficulties that they might be faced. Okay. Let's see. We got the Moon card and the Death card, so there could be certain aspects that are being illuminated to someone in order to help them move through these situations and kind of open themselves up to a more transformative sense of self or just expression, I guess, so it's like there could be something that somebody's been illuminated to that is helping them to really kind of navigate their way through these major changes. Okay, we have the Five of Swords and the Sun, so it's like somebody's going to be feeling like they're coming out on top through whatever the conflict is that they're facing, and they're coming into a much more positive and enthusiastic position for themselves. Okay, we got the Two of Wands. Somebody's really wanting to plan towards creating their foundation in their life as they're really desiring, and there's a greater sense of purpose, desire, and passion that somebody's opening themselves up to. Okay, they could be kind of stressed out about or overthinking in certain ways about what their foundational aspects are, but when somebody really embraces what it is that they can do and create more intentionally, oh, how cute. We got the Strength and the World card. They're going to be getting to a greater position of confidence within, the new beginning that they're embracing for themselves. Okay. Good. I'm tired, so this is going to be quick. Just got back from a long day. Airports could be relevant, long drive, yeah. Anyway, so somebody's recognizing what it is that they're needing to walk away from in order to create the environment that they're desiring of and to move forward into a more stable position for themselves. And we have the Page of Cups. It's like somebody's really kind of getting to a greater sense of awareness or strength when it comes to what their desired emotional expression is. Okay. Okay, somebody knows that they have been battling in certain ways and fighting for their position that they've been maintaining for themselves and what it is that they're wanting to create. And at this point, it's like somebody's knowing that they are aligning with their higher self and getting to a position where they can really not only help themselves, but help others with this, with the knowledge that they've gained and with the actions that they're taking with this higher alignment. Look at that. We got the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. So somebody is getting to a more, you know, contented and an emotionally fulfilled position within their home and family and relationships. After having kind of navigated through different illusionary aspects and possible realities. And somebody is getting to a greater sense of confidence and success within, you know, their true emotional expression and what they're opening themselves up to. As far as, you know, new beginnings emotionally. I don't feel like I said that right. But there's definitely like a lot of emotions that are going on, and it's like somebody's like a lot of different emotions that somebody's like navigating through. But they're getting to a greater sense of comfortability when it comes to what it is that they're wanting to embrace or move forward towards and express. Okay, and with the 6 of Wands, there's going to be victory and success within this. Okay, also other people might be aware of the you know, the position that somebody has gotten themselves to, like the success and the abundance or the confidence within. You know, it could even be like overcoming obstacles and all these different things. Like it's like somebody can be or will be getting to a position where they are, you know, truly content and ready to put themselves at the forefront and on display in a certain way. We got the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So there, you know, you could be really, if this is you associating in this way, or somebody could be really moving forward towards a true soulmate dynamic. Okay, a divine partnership, and you know, there could be a lot of inner child healing and just getting to a greater comfortability with being yourself, expressing yourself, and recognizing that you are also being you know, received by someone else in this way within, you know, your own authenticity. So like being authentic and leading yourself in this way is, you know, you're going to be met with someone else who is receptive and appreciative of this. We have the King of Cups, okay? So it's like you can be elevating to a higher form of expression when it comes to what your emotional desires are or the position that you're in. And there could have been a lot of different aspects of deception that somebody had been dealing with, and they're wanting to kind of safeguard themselves in a certain way, but it's like somebody's really wanting to embrace the true elements that would be leading them towards success and bringing in their manifestations instead of feeling like they have to protect a situation or safeguard it. It's like somebody's knowing what steps they're needing to take in order to ensure that things do fall into place as they're desiring. Okay, look at that. We got the Star right there. Yeah, somebody's going to be staying true to themselves. They have a greater sense of worth with what it is that they're, you know, moving forward towards and gaining momentum with. And there will be this reciprocal energy that somebody is moving with or recognizing, and it's going to help give them a greater sense of motivation, strength, purpose, passion. And we got the 4 of Wands, so it's like there's this wish come true right here that somebody's like knowing that they're staying true to themselves within, and they're going to be, you know, getting more fuel to. We got this right here. Oh, cute. So, we had these 3 knights right here surrounding the 4 of Wands right here. So, it's like somebody is gaining momentum and speed and passion towards moving forward towards their ideal home, community, relationship dynamic. They're getting, more comfortable with following their heart and really asserting themselves. We have the Emperor right here. And we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So it's like somebody's, getting the clarity and a greater sense of truth and strength within themselves in order to, bring in what it is that they're really desiring of, as far as like bringing it into the physical world, okay? Somebody is secluding themselves when it comes to, or isolating themselves when it comes to unhealthy or toxic situations, and they're kind of, really knowing what steps are needed to be taken in order to embrace a more ideal partnership or team dynamic. And somebody is really ready for things to fall into place. They've leveled up, mastered themselves within their skills and their abilities. They've healed, from previous pain, and they have become aware of what it is that, they could have been learning and watching from afar, but they're recognizing what it is that they're really wanting to move forward into, and they have a strong desire towards this. We got the Ten of Pentacles right there, so it's like somebody knows that, on the Ten of Wands, somebody knows what steps that they're taking are leading them towards their long-term goals and what it is that they're really wanting to dedicate themselves to. Okay, we got the Nine of Cups, so this is like a, true, like a personal wish come true. That is going to be helping for somebody to really kind of feel more secure with what it is that they've envisioned for themselves and what it is they're wanting to create. And, shit, my back. Sorry. Yikes. Oh, okay. There's going to be a true balance, justice, okay, clarity and truth that comes in when it comes to what somebody is really meant to receive, okay? And they could be kind of allowing themselves to move forward, using their discernment, and, embracing a more celebratory outlook when it comes to what it is that they're trying to create. Hey, whoa, what's up?
What are you doing?
Okay, a balance is being created where somebody is getting to a position of contentment within themselves, regardless of whatever potential aspects of loss there may be, okay? And somebody's making more loving choices, following their intuition, and moving forward towards, a much more aligned relationship dynamic within their life, okay? So, cute. Okay, let's see. Just going to pull a couple from here because this has been getting my attention all day. Somebody could be feeling like they're wanting to put themselves on display in a certain way, but they also could be feeling like they're a little out of their element, or out of, like putting themselves into, a foreign scenario, basically, where they just aren't fully comfortable, but they're wanting to present themselves, okay? They're wanting to be able to be authentic and express themselves directly, okay? Let's see. Yeah, somebody has definitely evolved, and they're recognizing their uniqueness, okay? They could see, somebody could be kind of seeing things in a more multi-dimensional way, okay? And even recognizing their own, multi-dimensionality. Hey, okay. What else do we need to know? Real quick. Okay. Somebody wants to make sure that they take all the steps necessary in order to get to where they're desiring to go, okay? And they're wanting to kind of put the effort in, and without hesitating or stopping until they get to, their desired position, okay? Somebody could be wanting to present themselves in a more carefree way after having been in defense mode. They're wanting to kind of elevate and embrace their strengths. Okay. yeah, somebody could be kind of getting to a more comfortable place within themselves. And paying attention to greater insights, but also recognizing that they're getting to a more comfortable place within themselves, even if they are out of their element, okay? They're wanting to be more delicate or gentle and soft, okay? And they're wanting to kind of be able to express themselves in a more carefree way or lighthearted way, and really, you know, express themselves authentically, even though they're wanting to kind of be gentle about it. Okay, so it's like somebody's knowing that they're going through transformation, but they also know there's certain aspects of themselves that they really can't, they don't feel that they can change, but they're wanting to, you know, move forward in a more lighthearted way, okay? They're wanting to get to a greater depth when it comes to what their emotions are, and, you know, pay attention to what it is that they've been focusing on after having, like, spent time away or avoided a situation, okay? Night-night, honey. Love you. Let me see. They could be embracing what they had seen as flaws previously and recognizing that there's a greater strength within what it is that they, you know, the reason why they have these, you know, perceived flaws or whatever, like, it's like they're seeing a greater picture of what the use is within their, you know, within these now, you know, possibly known strengths, okay? And they're regulating themselves in a more controlled way, or, you know, embracing the strength that they have, regardless of, you know, whatever chaotic or out of control type of scenarios they are facing, okay? And there could be certain places that somebody is, you know, finding themselves where they're really kind of having to test their newfound knowledge, okay? Yeah, somebody's looking at things from a different perspective, even though they could have felt, like I was saying, out of their element. They're, you know, ready to present themselves in a protective way, but also, you know, they're looking at things from a different perspective instead of having things be, what's the word? Dang it. Oh, that's right there. It starts with a D. Discouraging. There we go. Instead of being discouraged by the outlook that they had, they're wanting to kind of embrace their strengths and look at things from a different perspective. Let's see. Okay. They could be wanting to get more comfortable, like I said, like in a position where they aren't. Ow! Oh my god. That could have been so much worse. They could be wanting to strengthen themselves in multiple ways instead of, you know, only focusing on a situation in one viewpoint or, you know, with one set of skills or something like that. Like somebody's wanting to kind of like become more ambidextrous, I guess, within what it is that they are, with what they're doing. You know, having a confidence within just moving forward, strengthening themselves, and knowing that they have a greater ability, not just with what they know were their strengths already, but also in a situation where they're trying to build their strength up, or what's the word? Become more Oh my God. More well-versed with, you know, what it is that they had been uncomfortable within, okay? Somebody could have been realizing that they were, you know, kind of just going through the motions and not really receiving what it is that they needed, and they could have been kind of allowing certain aspects of themselves to dwindle away, and recognizing this and strengthening themselves. They're getting to this greater confidence and ability and a greater sense of resolve when it comes to, you know, actually moving forward and presenting, you know, themselves more authentically in a way where they're not concerned with the response or others or the reaction. Okay. Hold on, lady. What's up? Where? We're here. Could be. It looks like a phoenix. I'm just kidding. But I have a birthmark on my lower back too. Anyway, birthmarks on your lower back could be relevant. But somebody is going to be making their way to you, okay? And, you know, they are confident within their uniqueness and the evolution that they have formed for themselves or, you know, been a part of. And they could also be recognizing that they are, you know, confident or getting to a position of confidence within, you know, how they may be labeled or how they may have labeled themselves or, you know, what they are being seen as, okay? All right. And it's like somebody's wanting to protect themselves, but also be loyal and, you know, mellow in a situation that could have felt like it was, you know, robotic previously. Okay, so they could be kind of getting to a greater sense of comfortability, even though they're not like fully there yet, because there still are still aspects of protection. They're recognizing that they're moving out of a monotonous lifestyle, okay? And they're recognizing their abilities and they're wanting to kind of bring this to the forefront in their life to have that be their true reality. Okay, somebody's wanting to put in the work. They know, you know, what they are perceived as, but they're also wanting to elevate themselves and get to a more lighthearted and joyous expression when it comes to the life that they're trying to create. And what it is that they're really moving forward and evolving into, okay? It could be something like major changes that somebody might not have recognized, but they're also ready to embrace this for themselves, okay? So, okay. I'm going to go now. I think I'm going to just pull a little bit freaking from here really quick. I'm like, I gotta go. But we got regeneration and exchanging gifts. So somebody could be really wanting to, like I said, all these kind of sound like it could be a regeneration type of thing. So somebody could be needing to allow themselves to get to a certain position of peace, okay, as they move through different conflicts. And it's like there could be situations where it's like an ongoing scenario, but there's a need for someone to get to a position where they can really feel confident with the growth that they've acquired and the actions that they're taking in order to get to where they're wanting to be. Okay, let's see. One more. Let's do just like 5 at the most. Okay. 5 at the most. Oh, 1. Ooh, oh. Okay, 1 more. What's the best one? Wow, there's 2, 3. Ah! Okay, wow. Alright, here we go. So come to the edge, it says. Okay, somebody could be needing to lead themselves towards where they're wanting to be. They need to figure out the why. Okay, somebody could be questioning themselves and really kind of wondering what it is that is drawing them in, or needing to find out more of, to gain some insight in order to get to a more greater sense of comfortability. Okay, but somebody's needing to take action in order to get to this position for themselves. Okay, we got clean it up. Okay, chop wood and deep knowing. Ouch. So yeah, somebody could be kind of needing to get to a position where they can feel, things are no longer chaotic and messy. Okay, that they are organizing themselves and supplying themselves as they need, and they could be also recognizing as they step forward that they're getting to a greater understanding within a deep knowing that they could have had. So the questioning could have been like, why am I feeling this way? Or why is this, true when I don't have any other knowledge outside of that? So it's like somebody could have been having this intuition or this, depth of awareness, and they could have been just kind of going back and forth and questioning themselves. But there's a need for somebody to really step into position to be able to get the information that they're desiring of. Okay, we got regeneration, third time I've seen it. Okay, somebody could have also been recognizing the growth that has been occurring, okay, in a situation. But yeah, there is a need for somebody to kind of allow themselves to heal, regenerate from past difficulties, and pay attention to what it is that's really drawing them in, and just kind of take a deep breath, calm yourself. The number 29 could be relevant. And it's like, once this person is getting to a more confident sense of self, it says time to go and a change in the wind. How cute. So once somebody kind of gets to a greater sense of confidence within themselves and their actions, it's just a need to engage, okay, and move into what it is that you're desiring of. Okay. Let's see, we got mending, fork in the road, and to the sea. Okay, so there could be a lot of repairs that are going on in certain relationships or bonds. Okay, and somebody could be needing to, they're recognizing that there's a shift that's needing to be taken. Okay, or a change that's needing to be made or whatever, and somebody's needing to kind of make a more intentional choice for which direction they're wanting to go in. Okay, and they feel that there could be some type of time frame or countdown that's going on before somebody comes into this alignment with, look at it says co-create and higher power. So somebody could be recognizing that as they take action in the way that they're guided, they could be aligning with their higher power, with themselves, their higher self, but it's like they could also be opening themselves up to the relationships that they could be co-creating with in a more aligned and ascended way. Okay, we got no place like home, peace, okay, a leg up, blessed, serendipity, how cute, exchanging gifts, and truth be told. Okay, so if somebody's needing to go with the flow, express themselves, and look at cute as all these pictures have the ocean in there. So it's like just the same photo type of thing, So somebody needs to go with the flow, okay? Express themselves in a way that they feel is necessary or desirable, okay? Sorry about my nails. I don't know what's going on. And to the sea, yeah, go with the flow. And you'll be leading yourself towards, I read those backwards, sorry. could be leading yourself towards Treasure Island, okay? So where you're really desiring and wanting to be, okay? So, I had this song in my head yesterday, Against the Wind. It just kept coming in my head. So maybe somebody could be feeling that they have been pushing against, you know, the flow of things, and they're, you know, resisting these shifts or these changes that they know are necessary. And we got the Judgment right there. So somebody could be really recognizing what they're needing to do in order to get back into the flow of the life, their life as they're meant to. But it seems like there's progress being made. Okay, well, I go now. Hopefully this helped. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.